So man, I'm telling them, don't kick him. It's only one internet issue. You don't have to kick him instantly. What are you doing?
I mean, I'd kick people over left.
But I mean, immersion is great though. And hello, guys.
This just in, folks. Turns out, Chu, he's been kicked from Na'Vi for the day. For the day.
For the day. For the rest of this series, at least.
He had internet issues. They had to get someone in. They did manage to convince Immersion to come on board.
You know what, actually? Having players with internet issues is...
It's double downer.
It's so hard. Like, it puts you off your game, man, every single time. And you know what? Na'Vi, they want to win this game because they want to play versus Secret and they want to play versus Dandy and Puppy, actually.
Yeah, don't forget Puppy. Puppy's in there. Puppy. Captain of the team.
Yeah, you want to play versus Puppy, of course.
But
he's such a great captain and all that jazz.
I was going to say, at least this happened today. I like how you're highlighting it as if people do not know that Puppy was in Na'Vi.
Well, there are some new guys in the chat always. Some dudes that weren't always in the scene following it.
There's some things that are forgivable, but not knowing that Puppy was in Na'Vi is probably not forgivable.
You know what? There are some viewers that haven't seen this hero Bounty Hunter very much either, because this guy has been dead for quite a long time now. And he's back. Navi's back and Bounty Hunter is back.
Good old Booty Hunter making a return.
Booty Hunter.
You know what? Maybe we see a Husky right there. Maybe we see a Huskar come out, actually, because we saw that the other day. I believe it was ran against Empire.
Oh, it was indeed. But that Husky, the way you call him, just lost. So maybe you don't go with the Husky.
Huskar.
Huskar, maybe.
Huskar.
I don't know.
Sorry, Sorry, I don't call it Huskar.
Yeah, it's my... I don't
Huskar.
Know. Huskar.
Very strong.
It sounds very strong, very manly. Very manly. Huskar is not gonna get picked, at least not for now. Maybe in some 9th or 10th pick. But I honestly think that Huskar is... Did I say that right? Huskar?
You did. Holy,
is it better?
Wow.
All right.
People are not going to complain about you anymore.
That Huskar has to be the 10th pick, because 9th pick, it didn't really work out. Truth be told, they had a Weaver to deal with him, and then they picked the Clinks as well. So maybe next time you're picking Huskar, you should pick him as the 10th pick instead. You know what? There's a part of me that always wants to mispronounce these names of heroes. Like,
why?
I don't know. I just want to mispronounce it. It's like
You're
I feel
sick.
it.
You're wrong.
There's something like this.
Yeah, Waver here. Waver is getting ready to make his. Ooh,
no.
Tusk.
Tusk. Yeah,
Tusk.
I actually do call him Tusk.
I know you do.
Tuskar.
Tuskar
and Huskar. Yeah. So basically, there are some heroes that are. That's basically the way my countrymen would pronounce it. So I kind of go with that, you know, and that's it. That's basically stronger. And to be honest, sometimes I'd rather say Visage than Visage. So even though that might be the right way, I'd rather say Visage.
It's French.
Well, I really don't care. It's not Voyage. All right. But
I can figure it all if you call this one Disruptor.
Distractor.
Distractor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he draws attention, dies, but he said Distractor.
Do you remember? Yeah, you know what tractor is, right? So there's a picture with Disruptor riding a tractor. Distractor.
Oh yeah. Oh, I subscribe to the I subscribe to the Mav way of thinking. It's Disruptor. Get it? Because he rides a raptor. There you go. But this is getting interesting because Na'Vi have just picked 2 supports we don't actually see much of. We did see a Disruptor today. It didn't end
very well for them. Yeah. Misha was playing that Disruptor. They lost that game. But Na'Vi thinks that they can make it work, and because of that, they picked this hero. They actually picked two supports that aren't at all in the meta. However, Team Lithium, they're a bit closer to the meta with the Ogre Magi and the Tusk. You see that Tusk?
The Tusk, you sure about that?
Yeah, baby.
All right. What about the Abaddon?
Just for you today. Abaddon. See, Abaddon.
I'm on the Abaddon bandwagon, but loads of people keep calling it Abaddon. This isn't even a draft anymore. This is a how to pronounce heroes 101.
All right, let's talk about the draft. As when I started playing, like 2014, when I was introduced to the scene, pretty much Weaver plus Abaddon lane was so strong. However, since then, Abaddon has transformed himself from being a support to mostly being a core, and because of that, that lane isn't really as often as back then. So Team Lithium most likely are going to have Kezu on Abaddon. We're going to see Weaver.
Okay, this just keeps getting different and different. Na'Vi, they're trying to spice things up.
Well, Void was always a good pick versus Weaver, though. So usually people would pick that Void versus Weaver as the hero is really strong. Especially now. Look at it this way. When Weaver is picked this early, you don't really want to go Void versus him because you aren't certain if that's a position 3 or 1 Weaver, or maybe even 4. However, Kezu has given them all the information that they need right now, because they know that for sure Ogre and Tusk, they're going to be the supports, Weaver is going to be 1, and Abaddon is going to be 99% 3, right? And because of that, they can pick Void, and their core instantly counters Team Lithium's core. Like, their position 1 counters Team Lithium's position 1, and because of that, I understand the Faceless Void pick, and yeah, I like it. I definitely do like it.
Yeah, the Weaver's been counted out pretty hard, because it's not just the Faceless Voice, it's a Disruptor that's come out as well, the Bounty Hunter with the tracks.
Yep.
This could be pretty potent.
You know what? Actually, the tracks that you've mentioned are kind of countered by Abaddon. Because you can
That's
always...
true, with the Aphotic
yeah,
shields.
you can always Aphotic shield them off, and because of that, Abaddon is kind of good versus Bounty. We're
The
gonna
Zeus
have
pickup, though. I don't mind this here, actually, because
versus
you can...
Weaver, and with the Chrono,
yeah,
it's good. But the rest of them are fairly tanky, if we are gonna be honest. You have the Abaddon, the Tusk, the Ogre Magi. They're very, very beefy boys, and Zeus.
The good news is this is probably not a Visage game. That's helpful.
So we have a last pick for Team Lithium. What's gonna be a Mage's hero? Some Storm wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, you have the Disruptor and the Void versus you. But Storm versus Zeus and the way to jump on the Faceless Void. Storm has been banned, actually, so scratch that. TA has been banned as well, so scratch that.
Lean is
scratch
gone.
Everything I've been saying.
Scratch everything, DJ, because we aren't getting any of these. The Brood's gone.
Yeah, so these two cores, these two mids, Storm and the TA, which are really good versus Zeus, have been banned. And because of that, Team Lithium, they have to... They have to go deep. They have to go deep and figure out what they want. Huskar?
Could work here if you finish quick enough. But the Dragon Knight's a safe pick.
It's a very safe pick, yeah.
They have actually quite a lot of pushing power between the Abaddon and the Dragon Knight.
No, I just want to check these sets out. Soneko with
look
that
at that
Burb. Look at that. Burb set on Disruptor. It's really
that Bounty Hunter's pretty pimped out. I guess Immersion's been getting a lot of gold. We'll see if he can actually get a lot of gold this game. Blizzy being the boring guy at the end.
Why do we have a PA in the game, though?
It's definitely a different look, fashionably.
Yeah, Dragon Knight basically looks like a PA with that set. It's so insanely... Oh, the X-Racer are massaging us again.
I like them.
I love these new DX Racers.
I want to know when they're going to release these to the public.
Yeah, it's only the two of us that have them now. So
yeah, the Russian guys, we stole it from their room, actually.
Sadly, you can't get these massaging gamer chairs. Oh, so good.
Not at home, no.
Anyway,
only here in the Maincast studio.
Lithium, they really went with a very safe draft. I think you have the Abaddon, you have the Dragon Knight versus Zeus. It's very stable and very safe, but at the same time it can backfire later on in the game. If you don't really build up that lead, if you don't snowball, it might get out of your control later on. Because you are playing versus that Void, you are playing versus that Zeus. And as the game goes by, you might be getting tankier, but the Zeus does not care. With his spam, he's gonna take you down. So overall, I don't know, I like both of these drafts. It's much better than in the last game, in which you have the Huskar, but also you have counters to the Huskar, right? And then the Huskar draft isn't really perfect.
Yeah, I mean, basically the way I look at this draft right now is Na'Vi need to buy time, whereas Team Lithium have to play fast, really fast here with the Dragon Knight, because we've seen what happens when the Dragon Knight doesn't get to take towers. He becomes pretty worthless.
Exactly. The Dragon Knight could struggle in this game. However, honestly, he has one of the strongest level 1 stuns, and with only a blink, it is a way of initiating versus that Void. Maybe blink Shadow Blade, something like that. The cinematic views of the map, of everything.
You ever realize the towers, they kind of look like they got like people, like heads?
Yeah, heads and mouth. They are basically firing those little balls out of their mouth, so that's interesting. I don't know what they were trying to convey there.
You right there?
Yeah.
Yeah? You good? Mr. 10 times appropriate. Mersh is just sneaking around. This is actually another benefit of having a bounty hunter, is he can just see what's going on the map and also just beat the crap out of Madara's face.
Yeah, he like 2 hits and he takes so much damage. I like the build from Bounty Hunter as well. It's gonna he is not spotted here, by the way. Blizzy does not see him. It's kind of weird. The trees are on the low ground, but still they're covering the vision on the high ground. It's, I don't know, it's one of those Dota things that I'm not going to question Ice Frog, whatever.
Just Dota things, okay?
Yeah.
Physics don't act normally in the world of Dota. They have their own unique style.
Look at Pexu and maybe next time these two bruisers, man. And they're going to be joined by Abaddon as well here. Like, this lane is... Actually, Abaddon is going to dodge them. Abaddon is going to go top. He's going to be laning versus the Bounty Hunter plus Tiny lane. Crystallize.
Nice. Sneak in. Oh, the shards.
He's blocked.
Crystallize. He can wait it out there. They're not on top of him yet.
Well, they are getting there.
He needs to be careful, move away. The stun's going to come out, and there's a glimpse back a little bit too late. One more tap will do it. They find it. That's a long range coming out from Madara.
The body blocks are here as well. Ice shards, where are they? Are they
No, they're still on cooldown for about 5 seconds. Yep. So Seneko will live. His carry will not. That's what you get for being so greedy. He went and he did get the bounty rune. But yeah, definitely not worth it.
Definitely. The first blood is so good for them there. Yep.
This is
nice start. Interesting start.
Yeah, okay. Arc was prioritizing getting that creep, but he did take a lot of damage. It's kind of interesting to watch him go that deep.
Yeah, he was basically making sure that he gets that range creep because it gives so much experience away if it gets denied. So you have to really commit to it.
I do like that he actually took the Lightning Bolt at level 1 because, to be honest, you don't want to be pushing that first wave too aggressively.
The Lightning Bolt is like, people have been moving away from the Arc Lightning for quite some time now. Oh, this top lane.
It's actually pretty scary. Immersion can't really harass well because Ogre regens well, and the Lymphatic Shield means you can return a lot of damage.
I mean, you're playing versus Ogre and Abaddon. This lane is so hard to harass. You put the shield on the Pexu and you just let him go. You just let him go, do whatever he wants to.
And the good news is Blizzy should farm pretty much uncontested.
Yeah, and because of that bottom lane, he didn't take Ignite, and because of not taking Ignite, he's not really as strong early on. Oh, look at the odds.
Wow, okay, looks like all the betters woke up.
Yeah,
Either team can take it now. That's what I thought, folks. See, you didn't believe in the power of Lithium, and they proved you wrong once. Maybe they'll prove you wrong twice.
Yeah, the last game, though, what was that? Like 4? I think it was 4 for Lithium, so it was...
Yeah, it was pretty high.
Yeah, pretty high.
If you were a betting man, you said you wouldn't take that bet. It's like you missed out on a lot of money.
No, I said I would.
Oh, yes, that's right. A small bet, though.
Yeah, I said I would, so...
So you would have made money.
I would have made cash.
Look at that.
Too bad I'm not betting. Too bad I'm not full sellout.
I feel like we are selling out here unintentionally.
Yeah, we're so selling out. Completely unintentionally, which is the worst part, but whatever. Contact me, GGBet, you know my mail.
You know my mail, wow, okay.
I actually have been, never mind. And Lizzie?
You have been 3-2-2ing, is that where we were going with that?
Nah, not
I
at
hope
all.
not.
Kezu was attacked there, but as soon as Pexu shows his little two-faced ogre, they instantly run away. You don't want to brawl versus
Void
that.
in the bot lane, Madara, one more tap. Put down the sentry, the glimpse back, the final right click will be there. Crystallize gets the kill.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because you don't really expect Weaver to be dying here, but that sentry well positioned. Actually, not even that necessary because he had a sentry to the left, and that sentry would have caught the Weaver, and that enough would be
I think what he's trying to say is, yeah, he could have got him, but he didn't have vision there, would have been the problem. So the sentry was kind of needed.
He had the sentry to the left, so he would have ran into the sentry.
Efficiency, mate.
Yeah, efficiency, 100 gold.
Just get a brief fire on the 2. Can they get him low enough? They decide against it.
Yeah. All right, so Mage is being a little bit harassed, but he's 19-1. He has no problems laning versus 2 here.
Meanwhile, harassment happening top. Kezu's getting low with the Lymphatic Shield. He feels pretty beefy.
Oh, the tower is going to hit, but he has that salve. He doesn't
Which don't get cancelled by buildings.
Yeah, Blizzy could have tossed that tree if he wanted to, opted not to, but Kezu still walks in range to get whacked, and his salve is cancelled. Just kind of choices. Yeah, very unfortunate for Kezu.
Yeah, so far, CS-wise, is pretty even. And when you think about who this favors more, I feel like it's better for Na'Vi to get off to a good start because when you pick something like a Void, you should suffer a little bit on the CS and the laning phase.
It's definitely going well for Na'Vi, especially as they have a Bounty Hunter. And you remember, the Bounty Hunter in the mid-game, if the laning stage goes well for him, if he gets that level 6 so fast, like he's going to be able to snowball together with his team, and he's going to be giving them so much gold from those track kills. Because you can maybe shield off 1 track, you can't shield off 3. So
yeah, he kind of throws them out all willy-nilly. He's a tracking slot. He just he just gives it to anyone he sees.
He's what, tracking?
A tracking slot.
Tracking slot?
It's a new term we're bringing out.
Right.
Oh, nice shots from Sneko. The swarm goes down. Madara taking a lot of damage. Needs to be careful with Chiguchi. He's actually run away. Crystallize could go for the time walk move, but he decides against it.
Madara played that really well, but he has to be careful not to get bashed. Or
yeah, no RNG plus for Crystallize. He'll just move back for the time walk and continue farming up as he sees his futile to continue. The toss on attack. Kezu needs to be careful, but the stun from Peksu means Blizzy can't pressure.
Yeah, and the tower wasn't really attacking.
It was ignoring him.
Yeah, he was ignoring him, and because of that.
Oh, bounty room time. Looks like it's going to be 2 apiece though.
Yeah, it's very interesting how Bounty Hunter fell off as soon as they changed the experience game from the bounties. Kezu?
Maybe not. He's going to help out this kill. Kezu's going to go down. The Thunder God's Wrath was used as well.
Kezu fell there to the bounty that we were just talking about. This.
Turns out you don't need XP for bounty runes if you get it from hero kills. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And I love that from Mark. He wasn't being greedy. He's Thunder God's Wrath to ensure the kill.
Yeah, just in ensuring the kill. You're never too greedy as Zeus if you ensure the kill. It's just helping your teammates out, man. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, come on, let's be honest. You would have waited for the last touch.
Of course I would. Like, let's not lie.
Moving in again, they see the opportunity. Sneko, Madara taking a lot of damage though. Going to move forward with the swarm on him. Sneko should fall, the glimpse back. That's actually going to help Weaver escape. Snowball in. Crystallize needs to be careful. They're not going to turn around the bash. Madara needs one more tap, but Crystallize getting low. The one moving forward. Madara, he gets it in the fade time. And a lightning bolt. Arc showing up just in the nick of time to make sure Crystallize lives.
Yeah, that haste really helped him.
Yeah, he has to get mid though.
At the same time, Mage went behind the tower to tank the creeps so that the catapult does not get...
Oh, the snipe! That was the boots and the wards. Beautifully done by Immersion.
And you know what? Bounty Hunter is not played so much, and because of that, people start using the courier versus him again. People are forgetting that when you're playing...
Look at the bounty, though. People forget the bounty's in the game, despite the fact that you snipe your courier Mage. He might be sniped out. Lightning Bolt's going to be there. The final tap. Bounty's getting levels now.
He's level 4 instantly from those 2 kills. The courier and then Mage's DK. I mean, this is awesome for Bounty, to be honest.
Yeah, doesn't need to be present in lane too much. There's a smoke move coming.
This hero, though, it's all about, like, if you are cautious enough and if you're aware that Bounty Hunter is always there, you don't make these moves. But as Bounty isn't drafted that much, as the hero is, yeah, you have that advantage, definitely.
Here's advantage. Madara, they see him, they're going to go for it. Lightning Bolt's going to come out. They could go for the Chrono if they want to. Crystallize, there it is. The snowball interrupted, and now he's stuck here as well. Tusk has no escape. They even TP another hero in, but the turnaround, the brief fire. It's going to be a 2-for-1 as Bounty goes down, but they get killed on the Tusk and on the Weaver.
And they glimpse the Mage out, so he's back to the fountain. He ports in the Chrono there, tries to help his teammates, but the glimpse just ensures that he's just sent back, and that's it. He feels a little bit silly right now.
I like the maneuver from Navi as well.
Sad trombone, there we go, that's how he feels.
It needs to happen, but like the thing I want to highlight is they smoked at mid. It's like, okay, what's going on here? They went for the shrine because they were all low. And so they got extra efficient use out of that as they go straight bot and get kills.
No, I saw that smoke as well. It made a lot of sense as it made them move to the shrine faster, and they were also pinging bottom, so they instantly rotate bottom as well. It really good, efficient plays. I like the Kezu is doing a Dominator build on his Abaddon. Like, it can help, definitely. It allows him to farm a bit faster, plus it allows him to pressure them a bit more as well. It's not really a bad build on Abaddon.
It's a case that Dragon Knight is drawing a lot of tension, so you actually need push from somewhere else, and Abaddon can do that quite well.
Exactly, especially with that extra creep. If he gets an aura creep, such as Halber or
Madara has been found. Bash is going to come out. It's not going to be enough, though. He should be able to shoot you away. He does have 6 as well. He's on the prowl. He actually wants a kill. Sneko going to get low, but time-lapse has to be used before he can finish the kill. Avalanche in the top lane. Tiny's been found here. Going to move through. The Hadouken Ball. Lizzie. Going to juke out the tree line. Peksu has to back away as Zeus is here, and that means they can't get the kill into Tiny. They need to get this tower, though.
So far, Arc is rotating all over the place. This guy is playing out of his mind. He's always there when his team needs it.
Well, it's basically just stalk Mage, right? It's just wherever the Dragon Knight goes, I go.
It is. I have to agree. But so far, he hasn't been able to defend these towers. And Kezu and the crew, with the way they itemized, they are definitely able to take all the tier 1s, as they've taken the mid one and the top one already. Speaking of mid one, do you know that Dendy is going to be...
I heard rumors that Dendy's going to be playing for the side of Secret. Crystallize. Can't find Madara here. Give me the bash. Where's the bash? He can't get it. Madara should be able to move away. Still no bashes. Seriously? He's still got a cooldown because of Crystallize.
And Kezu is here. Man, that was so close.
Oh, the amount of times he failed to bash there. That's got to be painful.
That was so painful indeed. Unfortunate for Crystallize, actually.
And people usually just moan about time dilation. They're like, this skill makes no sense on this hero. But in this lane, it's actually doing a lot of work.
It's so good versus Weaver, though. Definitely. Well, Immersion. He's still level 4 though. The same, and look at this. They're actually using the courier properly now. And look at these wards, by the way. The ward bottom on the cliff from the Radiant and on the top cliff. This is basically the bounty wards. And when you're playing bounty, you always have those wards. And look at the courier. Ooh. They're putting it here. They're not using it.
They're scanning.
Yeah, basically, you can get caught off guard once or twice. But these players have felt the bounty in the last few patches, and they know what he's capable of, and they know what he's going to do. So because of that, they wait until they see him. Look, actually, Tusk is going back for the items, so they're not really using the courier, which does slow them down a bit. But this big dragon with the DD, he does not care. He's still going to take your towers.
Yeah, he just picked up a cloak. It's on the courier now, and this is a big pickup because then Zeus can't deal with him. The biggest concern right now is because Bounty spends all that time looking at the courier, he's still nowhere near level 6.
Actually, you know what? One of the strongest ways of playing versus Bounty was playing a 5-man lineup such as this one. Because Bounty, what's he struggling?
He wants to pick people off. Basically.
Exactly. He excels at picking people off, and he doesn't do a whole lot in these 5v5 engagements.
Lizzie, they're going to see him here. Blinks forward, misses the avalanche though. Needs to be careful, they might turn around. The Stomp's going to be there.
Chrono.
The Chrono coming out though. Going to go work on the Dragon Knight. They need a little bit more. The stack Storm's there. The Thunder God's Wrath Mage so damn tanky though. They toss the tree. He's still living. They're going to run him down. They'll find him in the end. They fought at shield behind time. The Snowball for he's still living. He hasn't died yet. He's going to turn around, get the kill on the arc, chase him one more. Seneca's going to go down. And so is Blizzy. They'll finally get the DK. But that is a costly fight for the side of Na'Vi. They lose 4 and they only get 1. And they use the Chrono.
They use the Chrono, they use the Zeus ult, they use the Disruptor's ult, they use everything they've got, and they still barely, and only barely take down that DK. And that DK is going to be looking to a BKB, I think, the next item. Why not? Like, you get that BKB. I mean, it's not great versus Void Chrono, but versus everything else, it's awesome. So, I wonder, you can also tank up. There's also that. That way of itemizing, but overall, Immersion still level 4, minute 12, when he was level 4, minute 6.
And that's the thing I want to highlight right now is Immersion. They need the recovery that the Bounty Hunter brings. It's not going to be there for another 2-3 minutes at least. Yeah,
I guess the tome was used by Disruptor. Is that true? Because if you have a bounty in your team, he should always have the tome, especially since he's level 4.
They prioritize that static storm and they'll regret it because they still can kill the DK in time.
I mean, I understand it. The storm is good versus Weaver. It is good versus Abaddon, so he can't shield. But if your bounty hunter is struggling and he's only level 4, it can be problematic.
As a result, Lithium are looking pretty dominant right now. They took that tier 2 bot, and Na'Vi a quick run out of towers here. This is problematic.
Yeah, Mage. What did he buy?
Hooded Defiance.
He got the hood. Didn't he have it? Oh, he didn't have.
He didn't bring the hood out. That was without the extra mag resistance.
All of that was without the hood?
This is scary, actually.
This is so actually dangerous because now that he has that hood, they're gonna struggle. They're definitely gonna struggle taking down that DK.
And DK can do whatever he wants. They could go for Roche if they want to. They could push more towers. But they're smoked up. They want to actually look for a pick-off before going, but the Thunder God's Wrath reveals them. They should just divert to pushing on the tier 2.
I think whatever they do, as long as they're together, as one big family, as four, as long as they're together, you know. But seriously, because of Bounty Hunter, so Kezu can be the odd one out. He can't do this alone because it's very hard for them to take down Kezu. But everyone else, if they're close enough to connect to each other so that this Bounty Hunter does not have an advantage, so that he cannot pick people off, and you see, that's how they're moving. They're moving as 5, basically.
They are indeed. And here's the thing, Na'Vi, as long as they dodge these ganks for the next few minutes, they'll recover. And this is the pressure for Lithium, is they've drafted this kind of death ball lineup we talked about. They're not really committing heavily to towers. They're finally going to do it, and they need to, because if they can't find these kills, they can't connect, they are being very inefficient with their XP and gold gains.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Navi, but the problem is Navi is mimicking their movements. It's not like they're farming a bit more than the side of Lithium. So yeah, Lithium is going S5, but so is Navi. It's not like they are spreading the map and abusing the fact that they're all together. There's that aspect to it as well, so it can go actually either way. It all comes down to these team fights, and if the bounty hunter manages to get a couple of track kills, yeah.
Arcs on the tower, they're going to see Seneko move forward, and the Swarm's going to come out. He'll make his escape. He should be fine. He has a kinetic field.
I'm not so certain.
Static Storm as well. Madara, he went a little bit too deep here. Can they get in there in time? They're going to try and go for the Chrono opportunity, but in the back foot, Arc's been found. Trapped in with the ice shards. The Chrono's going to be there. Trying to jump on the Weaver. The Thunder God's wrap just in time will be enough. No! He stays alive. The Euphonic Shield. They'll get him, though. They spread the even gold between them, and Immersion's going to fall, though. Crystallize needs to get the hell out of dodge. And was it worth it? All that just for the Weaver kill, because now you're going to lose your tier 2. They might even pressure high ground with no Chrono available.
Yeah, most likely they won't. Because of Tiny, you have to be careful so that he doesn't toss you back in. And that bounty is up again, while your Weaver is still dead and he's far away even if he wanted to come. So Kezu, I don't know, I think you just wait. You just wait for now. You
go Roche maybe?
Yeah.
They could at this point. It would be slow though.
They could, but it's a very greedy movement that's not really necessary just yet. You need a better fight before that Roche, I think.
You need more gold in your Weaver as well.
Exactly.
Dragon Knight, if he goes down, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, so just so you can actually take it a bit faster, so so that the Navi does not have time to respond properly.
Blink pick up for Dragon Knight. It's going to be brought out on the Courier, and this is actually important because if he gets on, you said it's a strong stun. If he gets on top of, for example, the Void, they can kill him very quickly.
Arc Goats just defending, spamming some Arc Lightning, but Kezu, he's just standing behind, shielding, healing.
He'll move in now because, of course, he speeds this up with the passive.
Yeah, right now they're splitting the map a little bit better. So the Void is on the top lane, while the Tiny is on the bottom. They're out pushing, they're splitting, they're getting a bit more right now at least, but...
Yeah, TP responses, Crystallize will leave. Thunder God's Wrath is there, they can't catch anyone. No, they can, the Glimpse back, Static Storm's there, maybe next time will be the pickoff. And nicely done with the rotation.
Sadly.
Get himself a little bit gold, and Blizzy has found Kezu, they're moving forward, Crystallize. Hasn't got the Chrono.
Yeah, not yet, no Chrono.
Track's going to be there though, and suddenly they can chase pretty fast. They're going to move forward, time dilation's going to come out. They need some way of controlling them though. There it is, toss in, slow him down, sure can toss through, Kezu, Avalanche, he's dead.
And the plus 200 gold from the creep. Really good, that was a track kill as well. And they have Chrono, they haven't used the Chrono, and they killed Yabaden. So
and they smoke up instantly. So Blizzy will show mid. I think the rest of them are going to rotate towards bot. Weaver's down there, and with the Chrono, they can definitely get him. There's no shield, there's no help. If they manage to catch him. They're going. No, Weaver moved away. Just in time, actually. That was a close call. He didn't have any vision either. He just got very... his bug instincts kicked in. Let's put it like that.
Don't you love giveaways, by the way? People just giving stuff away for free. Awesome, amazing.
Yeah, maybe you could type !Maincast in the chat and find out if you can get something. You said one of your friends already got something, actually.
Yeah, the Grunt VB, the one from my stream.
Sounds rigged to me.
Sounds rigged.
Yeah, Caster's friend gets items.
Rigged.
Wow.
All right, they're smoked up.
Lithium on the move, but no one's showing right now other than bot.
Mage did go for that Blink Dagger, so they have an initiating tool.
Oh, this is bold. They're actually going to go to the Roche pit. The problem is the Chrono is available. Thunder God's Wrath should be used in a few seconds to reveal them. They need to be fast.
They should use that Zeus ult just to check it. They don't know wherever anyone is.
There
we go.
They have their ball, and they use the Elder Dragon form for that as well. No, they're going.
Well, only Mage remained inside.
Oh, Avalanche going to be there. Blizzy setting up for a big Chrono thing getting placed. Crystallize, jump in. Chrono connects on the 4 heroes. Trying to get work on the Dragon Knight. He's going to use the Static Storm being dropped here. Kez is going to move away. Just pop his ult. Maybe next time will fall. Pex is going to get stuns out, but Crystallize. He's too scary right now. You need to move away the tracks on him. Pex is going to fall. Mage just being zoned out. Kezu getting low. Blizzy, the Avalanche is good. He's going to escape, and Mage needs to make his escape now. But can he is the question. They're going to chase him down slowly as the Dragon Tail coming out. Line of slowing down. Madara's showing up, and you need to be careful now.
And Blizzy played out of his mind there. The Chrono was perfect, the Disruptor follow-up with the Static Storm was perfect, but Blizzy just survived for such a long time, actually survived completely. And they were so committed on trying to kill him, but they never managed to, that everyone else was just too occupied, and they just fell to the powers of Void and the Zeus.
It's true, and this is exactly what Na'Vi needed. It's not just the track kills, it's the relevance of Void. Because this is meant to be the period in the game where he's okay, but he's not exactly useful. He has to be enabled, right?
Yep. He's getting that BKB though. It's necessary. It's good. I'd rather see him dish out more damage in the chrono though, because yep, they're really tanky, and you could see in that last fight as well. He chronoed, and then he started like hitting Dragonite, and he was like, yeah, this isn't happening. Then he tries Tusk, this isn't happening either. Then goes for Ogre. It's like really hard for him to take anyone down in this chrono without Zeus right now.
It's true. Well, the BKB, of course, means at least can't be locked down.
There we go. He actually decides against the BKB.
But he's going for Linken's instead.
Even Linken's is better, I suppose. It isn't, to be honest. It's still
really is.
It's still defensive. It's basically the same thing. But with Linken's, Dragonite cannot initiate on him, so it's alright. It's very hard for them. All their spells are kind of point target, and it's very hard for them to initiate on Void without that Dragonite blink into stun, and that's going to be denied by the Linkens. So I like the Linkens pickup, definitely. It used to be like a first item for Void. Voids used to buy Linkens first, if you remember. Like, that used to be a really good item for him.
Yeah, that was the point also where they like to pick up things like the Vanguard. They try and tank up to use a Time Walk instead. There's smoke coming out. Turns out Na'Vi just used one but couldn't find anything, and Lithium, they might find Arc, but he's already paranoid.
Yeah, he's moving back. Wonder if it's for an item or if he's actually just paranoid and predicting their movements. Because right now, if you are Na'Vi, you know that they're gonna be smoking up either to your jungle or into the pit. And it seems that they're gonna do neither. They're gonna wrap behind.
Yeah, Lizzie going to work on the tower, the DD. This won't take them long, but the movement's coming in. Bounty spots it out. There's the Out Dragon form. Mage's looking to move in. Where's your target? They need to find the Disruptor. And he's going to TP out. Final God's Wrath reveals the problem. Snako can't blink in, and they'll get the kill. He can't get away in time. Yeah, Dragonite blinks in, stuns him, takes him out. I mean, it isn't bad. Honestly, you take the tier 2, the Void ports out, the Soneko Disruptor dies, but you don't really care. It's your position 5. It's the best tier. Oh, Courier? No.
Immersion. Come on, Immersion.
Go!
He's going to get it on the way back, perhaps.
Yeah, but, you know, the big value is getting on the way out, because that's a sand
Of course. He missed it. That's really a missed opportunity there.
You'll wait for it, though. Oh. Let's see if they actually... No, they're already doing it. They're already diverting.
So, yeah, this is basically... When you use the Courier, Bounty is most likely going to see it with one of those cliff wards, and then he's going to wait it on the way back. So if you just mess with it a bit, keep it in the fog, or move it in a different direction, he's most likely not going to be able to get it. And that's exactly what they're doing. Because these Courier kills, if he gets a few too many, like, first they slow your team down, and secondly, it gives so much gold to the enemy team, so...
And when you're this deathfall-oriented lineup, you obviously need the constant ferrying. If you get slowed down 2-3 minutes, it's a huge hit.
Exactly. Every second matters, basically.
All right, Chris, let's switch back to that BKB.
All right, whatever. I'm done. Get me out. BKB or Linken's, either works. It's defensive. It's not going to help them with the damage department, but they have Arc to just spam out.
Well, Liv's going to come out, and while they see them pushing bot, that's the signal for Lithium to go for Roche. But Na'Vi might quickly threaten high ground. They have to know this Roche is going on. That's the only way you can get value in return. Immersion.
Oh, Courier.
Snipes the Courier. He got it. No,
he was patient.
He's happy with that.
He was patient, and he got it.
They need to actually hit this tower quickly. Roche is going to fall. They have to know what's going on. But with the Chrono available, it will make the side of Lithium reluctant.
Yo, the problem here is when you start porting, like you can't port here because Disruptor might just send you back. Okay. So the Glimpse was used on Abaddon, and because of that, they have to just fall back.
TP around the side. Dragonite's trying to get involved, but the TP's out from Na'Vi. Everyone is bailing. Things come out. They're looking for Bounty Hunter to find him, but he sees the problems coming in from Mage, and everyone hides in the trees, and they'll just TP out. Blizzy does not have one, though.
Yeah, Blizzy is the odd one out. He's just waiting here in the trees. Yeah. So he's most likely just going to port for that side shop there. Blink to the side shop to get the port.
He might just figure it's worthwhile to cut the wave.
That could happen, but the problem is he has no port. And if they see him without a port cutting the wave, they might hunt him down. So it's a bit risky.
Immersion's on point with the scouting at the moment.
It's so good. Just giving so much info to...
Okay, there you go. Blizzy's going to cut the second wave, and then he'll just TP out. The pings already came out, but they know what's going to happen.
And the form is running out soon.
All in all, I'd say, despite you giving it a Roche over, kind of looks better for Na'Vi in that scenario. Because they will down the bottom tower, and they force responses.
Yeah, exactly. So you did give the Aegis away, but you forced them to rotate back on their side of the map. And because of that, like, they might push here, but they don't have Dragon Form, so it is a bit problematic. They have to be careful. The Zeus should have no problems defending this, to be honest.
They're not paranoid though. Void is showing top, so they'll just hang around and keep on pushing.
Yeah, Zeus isn't even trying to defend right now, which is kind of awkward.
Here comes Void. Let's make the jump. They're going to back away. Perfectly timed. Crystallize with the Shadow Blade, moving forward, looking for anything. Emotions just snatching up bounty runes. Get TP back now. Kinetic field doesn't connect on anyone. The snowball through won't matter as it's onto the creeps. And this is... I feel like you could have maybe came back sooner. They might have noticed sooner in response, but no one was really in place from Na'Vi. You're right, the Zeus should have been whittling them down a lot sooner, so you maybe can make that jump.
I mean, at least the tower wouldn't have taken that much damage if the Zeus was there on time. But overall, if you are Lithium, I think you're satisfied with that because you did not have that Dragon Form. So now what you do is you move back, you farm up, you get the crucial items, then you go in again. Because you're still going to have that Aegis for quite some time. So with it, you can pressure high ground, definitely. The only guy that's not on the Radiant side of the map is Disruptor. And you're not really worried about Soneko split push. So just go back in. Now they should have the Dragon Form as well. There we go.
Snake needs to get back. They're going to need him here. He's TPing.
This tower
Crystallize.
is going to fall.
Wants to go for this. He wants a chrono opportunity. He should be looking for the back line, actually. Tower's going to fall. Step around a little bit. Kezu down to half HP. Goes work. Forces the borrowed time.
That's good. They needed to force that so that
Avalanche,
he cannot stand in front.
Blizzy. He should have tossed him back, actually. Mage would just walk away.
Yeah, the
Glimpse in. They found Kezu. Kinetic Field's there. Spirit Vessel as well. He doesn't have borrowed time anymore. The Thunder God's Wrath as well. They'll look to chase up. The Nimbus is there, and Kezu is dead.
That's actually amazing. They killed him.
Crystallize once more.
They killed him without even using that Chrono. So now they have Chrono if they want to fight.
Jump in. BKB from Crystallize, and now Mage needs to get out of here. He's a little bit deep, and the Chrono comes out. They found the Weaver. Can he do the damage is the question. The Ice Charge beautifully placed. Stops him in his tracks, and Crystallize needs to move away. Mage getting low with Spirit Vessel, but he should be fine. And that was beautifully done from maybe next time.
Yeah, those shards were great. I don't think that he would be able to kill the Weaver even without the shards because his whole team was kind of separated. The Dragon Knight was standing in the middle of the fight, so they couldn't really go through him. But still, the shards were just on point. It was a nice play. Beauty to watch.
Definitely, and now they'll go back to push him with the Chrono cooldown. Kezu needs to be careful himself, though. Mage stuns up on the Tiny, but he's taking a lot of damage, needs to move away, but the shards cut him off, and he's dead. Mage has got the Spirit Vessel on him, going to get low. The disarm comes out before he needs to move away. BKB from Madara is going to focus the building. The buyback's there from Blizzy. They need to get out now. Mage getting low. He might actually fall. They're going to try and keep him alive, but Crystallize, he's got the time walk to move forward. Nice shards again, on point, but the glimpse back, and the Static Storm. Madara in trouble here. Avalanche as well. He's going to get low. There's the snowball sight. I say, maybe next time he does a good job. Blizzy's going to be stunned up. The toss to get him away. Mage is still so low, but they can't do anything against him. Crystallize. No Chrono this time. They might have to let him leave. Nimbus is going to be dropped, but they can't do anything with it.
Oh,
the Kinetic Glimpse again. This time, maybe next time we've found the Kinetic Field to hold in place. It's going to be a track kill. Or Punch to just say, screw you to Crystallize. They're going to farm the Nimbus. Blizzy goes deep. The jump in. Crystallize going to work. Mage is low on HP. Madara, the bash. They're going to get him. He's down. Now Pekzu on the back line is going to be chased. And Mage, they are just ignoring him until last. He's the final meal. He's the dessert. They'll be able to find him with a Spirit Vessel on him. He can't stand against this.
Actually, he's losing gauges in never mind. It's going to fall.
Nope. They'll take him twice. They're happy to do so. Abaddon is the only one left alive.
Please be...
Spirit Vessel, Nimbus. Goodbye, Mage. You know what it is? It's at the start when we said Abaddon versus Abaddon.
Yeah, you have to be understandable, please.
All right, my apologies.
Watch your words. Please, man. You
be very selective with them.
Yes. We need to understand casters.
It is important.
It is very important. Well, they do buy back the Tiny, but I think you should be very satisfied if you are Na'Vi, as you had so... I mean, that's a huge advantage. You had those track kills, and you benefit a lot from those kind of fights. Overall, though, what did they lose? They just lost the tier 3, and that's it. That whole fight was so long. Are you feeling well? How does it feel?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Play by playing for 5 minutes straight.
Nah, so good. Give me 10 minutes. Let's keep going. Let's make it more interesting. CIS Dodo. Motion.
Dust it up.
Should be able to move away. Maybe next time's not close enough.
He's really fast.
He is fast with the tracks, but now the Ice Shard's going to come out. He should die in the bot lane, though. Arc being chased onto him. Madara did used to be KB. And with the Swarm, he'll see everything.
Arc is gone. Alright, so they get both the Bounty Hunter and the Zeus, which is...
Void's coming.
He
wants vengeance. Yeah. Crystallize.
He's going to show himself.
Madara being a little bit greedy here. There we go. Chrono comes out. The final tap as well will be enough so that Weaver will die. They get the kill.
Yeah, I really love the fact that he actually hit him first and then used the Chrono just to get that extra damage, just to be certain that he's going to take him down. It was... Yeah,
Make sure he doesn't have to use the BKB.
Yeah, really well played.
And now they are actually danging Crystallized a little bit. They still have the Static Storm Kinetic Field. This could be good, but they're going to be ignored. No one wants to mess with this Void right now. He's actually getting pretty scary.
Yeah. He's low on mana. He doesn't really have the Chrono as well, so...
Okay, I like that though. Static Storm's a low cooldown. You can do this.
Well, not too low of a cooldown, but for now, you know that Weaver is dead. They're not going to be making any big moves.
Well, it's not like you walked in and black holed a creep wave.
Yeah, that's
that would be concerning. Oh, look at this. Kezu's deep. Trying to move away. Motion's going to slow him down.
He's really fast. That's the problem.
Is he fast enough though? The track's going to be there. Crystallize moving in. The Avalanche, the Nimbus. He triggers a borrowed time. Should be able to move away now.
Yeah, with that ult, they can. I mean,
Wrestle's on it. They're getting really greedy. Emotion needs to be careful here, but the Glimpse back is going to be there. Kinetic Field, they're going to look for the kill into the Ogre instead. It's an easy one. Pexu falls. And Emotion did get the track.
Yeah, these chases, it's not something that we are very used to, and it looks super greedy, but then you remember, hey, there's Disruptor. That's why they're doing it. This hero
Disruptor plus bounty. Oh, I like that.
This hero is so good at this exact scenario, because you try to run away, you do get away, but then you get glimpsed back.
And Roche is, it might actually be up soon. Ogre's not there for long, in fairness. But the thing is that I'm looking at is Na'Vi should have Chrono available again when it's up. And that's scary.
They have an MKB as well on Faceless Void.
Yes, so that's very scary.
He actually hits very hard right now. I wonder if Silver Edge for him would be good here because you can...
Dragon Knight, yeah.
Dragon Knight and Abaddon. Like, if you hit him, if you hit him with the Silver Edge, his ultimate is not gonna pop on its own. Then you can kill him in the Chronosphere. So.
Maybe next time picked off again, and he's dead longer than it takes to spawn a new Nimbus. That's painful. Crystallize does have the Chrono. Madara shows. They know about it. The pings come out. They decide against it because they can't see where everyone is on the side of Lithium.
Yeah, you have to be careful because of Kezu. If you jump on that Weaver and he saves him there, it's kind of problematic. Who's that buying Aghanims? Is it...
Aghanims? I'd imagine maybe Abaddon.
Yeah,
Abaddon would be good this game.
Actually. Yeah, exactly, because...
Please no Weaver Axe. That would be the worst thing.
It's bad because it's their main damage dealer, right? It's the position of one Weaver. But overall, it's not so bad in this game, especially versus Chrono. Someone is just about to die, you use that Chrono, you use that Aghanims on the Chrono, but sadly he's not going to be able to go for an Axe Weaver this game, as it's not really good on position 1.
That's true.
Especially if you don't have enough damage. I mean, if you have enough damage on other cores, then you can go for that utility build, but in this game they definitely need that Weaver to be hitting hard, as everyone else is kind of decent at it, but not great. Dragon Knight can be a huge damage dealer, but he needs time, he needs levels, he needs that plus 40 strength talent, and he's not very close to it right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, and in that gap it's worrying. Oh, Immersion spots out Mage here. Looking forward, they'll find him. Dust a little bit off the mark, but he's under a sentry, and Immersion's dead.
Yeah, that sentry was really well placed. He does get that track off, but it's not
Roche is still not up though, and Spani will be up before it's up, and that's a 5-on-5 scenario where you're gonna have to deal with the Chrono. It's a little bit scary. They need to find something additional. They can't do this. Not here again. They died here last time to a Chrono.
They do have vision on it.
Crystallize. Chrono only here on the one though. The blink away by Tusk means Ogre's gonna die.
Yeah, that's not really great.
That's really bad.
Yeah, you just used your Chrono for an Ogre kill.
And Soneko, he's in trouble. Kinetic Field's gonna go down, but they see him perfectly, slowing down the Sigil. He's gonna go for the TP, should be fine. Arc will TP as well.
And Soneko too. So he's out, Arc is out. They realized that, I mean, the only reason why he managed to do that is because Mage wasn't close enough to blink stun, and for Arc, maybe next time wasn't there. So.
Yeah, and Blizzy, in the meantime, has been top, just basically pushing out, making sure there's no pressure from the creeps.
Yeah, that's much better. When Blizzy is split pushing, like, he can actually pressure your high ground. As you can see, the tower is already on 50% HP. While when Disruptor is doing it, it doesn't really matter.
Nimbus goes down. And he'll be fine. They'll get him out. Blizzy is doing a lot of work here. It might not seem like it's not your typical Tiny.
He can't get the Nimbus. Maybe next time lost half of his HP just by trying.
And Thundergirl's Wrath is available, so he has to be careful. I was going to say, in this type of scenario, it's basically a case of, while Blizzy's not doing these big pickoffs like we usually see Tinys do, the split push, the Sakara
on point, right? Yeah, it's definitely on point. It's forcing them back. It's forcing them to be out of position so that they cannot continue their snowball push. And, I mean, while that's happening, Zeus and Void, they're coming back, they're getting their farm. And they're gonna dish out so much damage that I'm not certain these tanky cores of Team Lithium are gonna be able to sustain it, even with an Abaddon.
It's definitely going to get worrisome because, like we said, the Dragon Knight, it felt like Lithium put themselves in a position where they got a lot of tempo, but they need to use it.
Kezu has that tags, though. So.
Yeah. But I think the big concern here is always going to be, when you look at Na'Vi's lineup, that is a faceless Void. One of the best carries in the late game. And I mean, we get into the stage where one Chrono can decide everything.
Oh, definitely. Especially versus a squishy core such as Madara's Weaver. Like, if he jumps him, if he Chronos him, he can definitely take him down, even with that Aghanim on Abaddon. Oh.
Actually, they were dangling Blizzy here. Crystallize wants more kills. He does have the Chrono off cooldown.
Yep.
Roche is up, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you're playing around the bottom parts of the map and the Roche is up, you are in a little bit of danger of them just sneaking in and taking it. But as you have the Zeus always checking, sending a Nimbus over the Roche bit, it's kind of alright. So.
Yeah, they're just setting up wards. They might try and poke this tower a little bit. They have been getting the towers low on the out lanes, which is that's pretty good here. Usually you want to get rid of the mid first because then you can split push easily. But this is fine.
Definitely. Weaver gets the rune. Should be fine to get out, because there will be no glimpse, I believe.
Immersion. He sees the target. Maybe next time getting slowed up, the track comes out, but he's just going to back away. The Nimbus dies to the creep wave.
Yeah, so both of these teams are... it's a bit complex to go and take the Roche just like that, as they don't really hit Roche that hard, right? They don't really have a very good Roche taking.
Pinks came out, they just will crystallize the Thundergirl's Wrath. Crystallize abort. No, he doesn't. Dragon Tail's going to be there. He knew they were here. And now the stun lockdown means he's going to die.
I think he didn't, actually.
The Thundergirl's Wrath, though.
Yeah, but they were smoked. They
had a ward, right?
And they had a ward. And because of that, he wasn't really certain where they are. It's very unfortunate for him. It's actually unfortunate that they had that ward, because if they didn't, the Thunder God's Wrath would have actually revealed that part of the map, and he would just instantly time walk out. So unfortunate for them, as that Void kill is basically an opening for Roche.
It is indeed, and he doesn't want to buy back, which is problematic. They will split push once more, though.
Yeah, I mean, they can. It's only the Tusk on top, and the Roche is a bit slower, so they do get that tower. But now, I mean, it's fine for them, honestly, because they're going to be able to defend high ground with the Zeus. Yeah, you can take that this Aegis and pressure high ground, but it's not awesome. Oh, the Nimbus off mark.
That's got to be careful. Bounty Hunter's been found, dust revealed, and he's dead.
Yeah, so basically, if this Nimbus was in the pit, and if he managed to break those ports, then maybe Tiny could have continued the split push, and he would be able to take at least these ranged Raxes.
Ark was kind of overthinking it, right?
Yeah,
he's like, they're not going to TP in the pit.
Exactly, he was overthinking it, thinking that they maybe are going to try to move away before porting, but yeah, that's not what they were doing. So,
as a result, they don't stop the TPs. Blizzy did at least get the tier 3. That's important here.
Of course.
Next time there's a Roche, you can get rid of the shrines, you can look for a pick-off, and then go for it yourself.
And this Tiny, he's picking up with the farm. He has that silver edge. He's actually pretty strong. So you have to take his farm in account in one of these fights as well. Kezu is not gonna be scouted out. At least that's the way it seems. As Lizzie moves back.
He's a little bit paranoid, actually. Sneko shown like this. He just keeps... And this is fine. It's fine to keep using the static storm.
I mean, if you don't want to fight, then that's completely fine. If a fight interrupts, then you're going to regret doing that. However, I think is he farming towards Aghanims on Disruptor? I saw him have it in quick buy.
I hope so, because against Bandara, he could be KB and just escape normally. But in that case, he's dead. This nullifier is huge as well. If he manages to get on top of anyone, uses that nullifier diffusal, it's very hard to get out. It's true. The problem is, if you go on Crystallize, for example, he can just chrono. He can chrono over time walk out, that's true. You don't have an Orchid or anything like that. Which is why he's building 2 next, but it's going to be a while until he has it. Yeah, he's going for the Bloodthorn, basically Bloodthorn plus nullifier.
a casual Doom in 2 inventory slots.
Yes, that's why Doom doesn't get picked anymore.
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? I mean, well.
Maybe next time's been found. Can he blink away? Not so sure. The track reveals him. They'll glimpse him back into the Nimbus. They say, stay here.
Yeah. This is a pretty good pickoff.
Yeah, but there's a rotation happening. They need to hurry up.
They need to get out instantly. Madara is here. Arc.
Forward, Pink comes out, he sees Arc, but he can't stop the CB. Yes, he can. There it is. The Nullify gets close enough. The kinetic field was not on point. Madara down to half HP, but Arc down to 0 HP.
Yeah, this is definitely huge for them. As Tusk, you don't really care. It's a position 4 Tuskar while you take down that Zeus. With that Nullifier, you get another way of breaking the port. It's actually kind of interesting that Nullifier breaks channeling items, right? Like teleport scroll.
Yeah.
So, but still, definitely a good thing for Team Lithium.
Although at the same time, they took that fight on their side of the map, which means that they're not in a position to push right now.
Oh, they are going to do it. The mid lane creeps are pushing in, and with that, they should be forcing the Zeus to buyback, but instead they're doing something really awkward.
They're looking for additionals.
Yeah, this is so unnecessary. What they should have done is just go and push mid a bit faster so that they can force a buyback from Zeus, but they're not going to be fast enough now.
I think we see this because a lot of lineups are kind of kill-oriented instead, so you kind of go flip a kill, flip one more.
Yeah, but with this lineup though, yeah, Dragon Knight, Weaver, Abaddon, at this time you are really all into pushing, and unnecessarily they try to chase for more, in my opinion at least. This Linken's BKB, yeah. Well, Crystallize is really hard to kill, and even with that Nullifier, he has that Linken's to work with, he has the BKB afterwards.
That smoke movement coming in. Lithium, they've been here before. Come on. Switch it up a little. They're going to try and move into the jungle now, but you maybe find a bounty at best. Immersion is always scouting out ahead of his team.
If you get the pick off though, that's going to be huge. That's a forced buyback for sure. However, Navi is smart. They aren't moving out. They're just waiting on their high ground.
Navi is smart. They want to punish Dendi. That's what it is.
Yeah,
like, we got to make it.
We smart. Need to play versus Dondo.
Got Flame Dendi for not coming back to us. I mean, apparently he's actually still signed up to Navi with a loose terms on his contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that actually. Please tell me more.
That's it. Lil is as well actually.
Alright, interesting.
And Navi got CIS Dota by the Gonads.
Well, they're just gonna chill around the high ground. Take out the shrines.
They want something. They ping out. Lizzie's nearby. He's gonna sneak out.
Can they catch him, bro? He has Shadow Blade.
They did put down a sentry, actually. They might have just about glimpsed onto him there. There's no sentry. He blinks away. He already knows what's up.
He has a jump, so he sees the sentry.
More to the point, when an ogre walks up like that.
You see the sentry and your ogre running at you. And you know what? We were talking about Disruptor and his Aghanim's, and he's got it. That's actually huge. Having an Aghanim's in a game such as this one, as Disruptor, it completely changes the dynamic of the team fights, as you can't really go in deep with the Weaver or any other hero. As if you get caught with that, like, you could die very easily.
Agree. And well, Roches ran out, and immediately Na'Vi come off their high ground and they go hunt. They haven't smoked for this though. They might see something they want to have though. Abaddon in the mid lane. Kezi, Avalanche, they break him, they're going to toss him, he's dead, he can't escape this. Or can he? Nope, he gets the borrowed time off in time. We'll turn around, start chasing full. Blizzy needs to be careful about this. The jump in, the War's Punch is there, the Ice Shards, he's trapped. But he will look to move away. He's dusted up, they see him, 4 staff in the kinetic field, he should be safe. Immersion needs to be careful himself though. He was going to come out.
Immersion?
They might actually be able to get him. They're going to slow him down, posed up. Immersion can't escape this, he's dead.
Yeah, unfortunate for them, they were not able to take down Kezu on time while that Silver Edge was up.
But they have to go back again.
Yep.
Crystallize.
Well, they sent Mage.
Yeah, but if Mage is there, then you can go back and actually make a move as the Void. That's a concern. You need to be careful, but he's going to make it here. Comes straight on the Dragon Knight. A lot of damage done. Nimbus is going to clip onto him. It's going to be enough. They'll get the kill and move away from maybe next time quickly.
Arc is still here. Oh, okay. He's going to
TPing out. Blizzy in the mid lane, though, is in trouble. Madara's going to run him down. They see them make the move in the bot lane. They make it into the mid.
That's a gem as well. Tiny just dropped the gem, which isn't really great. He's going to give it away to the hands of Weaver. Well,
it's problematic.
Yeah, but they do get that DK, and they do force them back, which is kind of good, as your bounty was already dead. Blizzy dies too on the mid lane, but
it's not bad, but at the same time, you use a chrono for a solo kill, and you're not able to take an objective. But at the same time, because you have this void, you're just in the business of buying time. The later this goes, the better you feel.
That solo kill isn't just some random Pexu Ogre, it was the Dragon Knight, so it's justifiable, definitely.
We've upgraded from solo kill and supports to solo kill and carries.
Yeah.
They're just waiting, because next Roche, Na'Vi could actually contest.
Next Roche, if no one dies before it.
Which has been the condition that's failed to be met every time.
So far they had really big issues with discipline before Roche was spawned. Maybe next time he should be fine here.
Tiny boy, another gem. He didn't want to wait around.
Yeah, they need it though. The gem is really helping them out.
Level 25 for the Weaver. So might want to be careful about how you fire those chronos. They saw immersion. Pings come out. They might turn around, go on to him. They want someone else though. Crystallize has been seen as well. He needs to move away. Ice shards. Nullify on the back foot. They're looking for the kill. The Static Storm's going to go down. Arc's protected. They're going to back away. They'll be happy with that. TP out by Arc. The Seneko may have been found here. Crystallize will look to move away. Seneko won't be so lucky. Final hit comes out. He goes down. Immersion TP's in the tree line. But you know, you disrupt the AIC pulse 5, but at the same time, he's very good for these high ground defenses.
His ultimate is very valuable in these teamfights, so taking him down is just as important as taking any other core on the side of Na'Vi down right now.
There's a bigger problem as well. This was a quick Roche respawn, and Disruptor does not have buyback. This is...
What is it that you were talking about just a moment ago?
That they could contest? Yeah, there's that pickoff again.
Yeah, you can contest if you're all 5 alive, but luckily for them, no one is scouting the Roche so far at least.
The problem is this stage, they can do it very fast. Weaver hits significantly harder than he did last time. It's a little bit worrisome.
Just a tiny little bit.
Just a teensy tiny bit. Oh, there you go. The pings come out, but it's maybe too late. 20 seconds till Disruptor's up, and Weaver's nowhere near. But there is a DD.
Yeah, there's a DD, and Madara.
Time.
Yeah, Madara, if he wants, he's gonna be here in a matter of seconds. And that DD right in front of Roche again, ridiculously strong.
And Disruptor is up. He's gonna have a long walk because they do not have a shrine to TP to.
So the problem is because they killed the Disruptor and then they took over that whole area, it's very dangerous for Na'Vi to just run out because they do not know where Team Lithium is, and they can't really... You see they're scanning around Roche, but they're afraid to move outside of their base. And now that they are smoked, they might just be... Yeah, this is the way. They can smoke out and move up to high ground. They might clash here, actually.
Looks like it. Both teams smoked. Pexu's going to break it. The pings come out. That's not the target they wanted. Stuns out on the Disruptor, moving forward. Looking to force his ult to come out. Chrono on the side. Then they find the Weaver. Big kill, and now the Static Storm does go down. Follow-up kill. Ken's going to get low, but the borrowed time will trigger. Looking to move away, but Crystallize goes even deeper. BKB, he's chasing. He wants maybe next time the blink away coming up with Kezu with a glimpse back just in time. They'll be able to find it. The borrowed time is gone. The Spirit Vessel on him. Kezu's going to fall, and a snowball through. Maybe next time needs an out, he'll find it. Kezu won't be so lucky as they still see him and keep on chasing. On the side, Mage, the BKB is about to run out. Blizzy keeps hunting. Mage needs to blink away. The Thunder God's Wrath is mistimed. He'll TP out successfully. Or will he? Blizzy! No! He finds him the toss! The damage is enough. They get the kill, and that's a big one. Now the only one left alive is MNT. They do have buybacks on everyone but the Dragon Knight.
Only one left alive is MNT and Roche. And Roche is going to fall very soon because Crystallize is already in the pit. Hitting him. Now Blizzy is going to join him. They take this Roche and they force high ground to perhaps force a buyback.
It's almost like if the side of Lithium went and checked Roche sooner.
Yeah, they really needed to check it sooner. As I mean, I don't mind the way they played. Pexu went all in to scout them, and that's good because he's an ogre. He doesn't contribute too much, and if you scout the Disruptor, that's already good enough. But they didn't know where Crystallize is. I think they assumed he's also on the high ground where Kezu blinked, and because of that, Weaver was a little bit too cocky playing on the lane. He got chronoed, he died, and after that, it's all very simple for them. Dragon Knight didn't even get to use his form, so...
But I think the issue I wanted to highlight is they got that Disruptor kill. The first instinct should have been to check the Roche pit. They didn't do that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. I don't know why they didn't, because we talked about this. You have the Roche timer, you know when he's gonna be up, you know it's possible, and you still don't check it.
Na'Vi, please. You've already had Chu do this. Let's not have Blizzy next.
Unfortunately.
Na'Vi DDoSes Blizz.
Unfortunately.
Just sometimes the responses. I mean, I told you, my favorite one to this day is still fruit flies on my banana.
Fruit flies on your banana. I mean,
that's the best reason I've ever heard.
I mean, dude, you have to protect your banana.
Yep.
It's your most important fruit.
Oh, here we go. This is what you're talking about. Pexu, he done the right thing. And Kezi wasn't wrong with this move, but then that Chrono comes out. That's the level 25 Void, and suddenly you're useless.
On the side, I mean, I love the way that he blinked onto Soneko, but Soneko has that tags. He uses it, and Kezu is completely useless there for a while. He can't help this Weaver. But it's the Weaver that got caught. It's the Kezu, I think that movement with him and Ogre was correct. Well, still, though.
You say got caught. Here's the ridiculous part. He nullified the Void. He was the one making the offensive move.
And getting caught.
Exactly.
And this here, like, it was good because Zeus used ult, but he still had BKB, so he had a bit of luck there, but then still the Tiny predicts where he is, blinks in, gets him, and unfortunately now there...
And then their supports are literally standing going, I don't know what the hell my team's doing. The look I'm seeing on his face right now is one of disgust. That Ogre is not happy. He done everything right in his eyes. His team, maybe not so much.
No, you don't know. No, you don't know. That's not your voice.
I don't know what they are doing.
There you go, dummy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Work, work.
Work, work.
We're in a different game now.
Dum, dum. Zug, zug.
Just something about the word dum, dum, isn't there? You just turn into a 5-year-old chuckling. That's what happens.
Man,
you're a dummy.
I had the German Warcraft 3 for quite some time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I couldn't buy Warcraft 3 original with original CD key in Bosnia. We had no original shops, you know. And my cousin from Germany sent it to me, and the worker would say Arbeit, Arbeit.
Arbeit, Arbeit.
Yeah, the peon. Arbeit, Arbeit.
Okay. It's not as impressive.
It is.
Really? Because I like the dopey voice of the work, work.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Maybe a Arbeit, Arbeit.
No. They would.
Oh, okay.
They were really strict. They weren't funny at all, you know.
Too strict. Lizzie moves in there. They're going for the buildings, the portals. Has ended. They get rid of the Nimbus, but look how quickly they lose this tab. Lizzie with that DD. And the Chrono's coming off cooldown 5 seconds. They have to be very careful here. They have to wait for the Abaddon. Abaddon's now a new one. Abaddon.
Man,
Abaddon.
You know what? I want to say Abaddon all the time, but for some reason I'm calling him Abaddon as well. Like, I want to say Abaddon.
You know, this is the thing. When someone gets popular with a few casters, it spreads.
But, yeah. Unintentionally, I'm pronouncing it that way, though.
Oh, jump in. Please down to half HP. They're going to move forward to Chrono. They found the Weaver. They're going to run onto him. The BKB there as well. They'll get the kill. The buyback comes out, but he can't use timelapse just yet. He has to wait. Maybe next time moving away here. Sun's on a mage. Crystallize doing a lot of work. Needs to get out here. The Dragondale's going to be there. Forced after safety. He needs to make an escape with the time warp. With the stuns, they are melting here. On the side, you'll lose the Disruptor. As long as you don't lose the Void, you're happy. Nullifier's going to come out. Trying to move away. Silenced up. He can't. Trapped in here. He should fall. They get the Aegis. Blizzy on the back foot. Looking for the kill on the mage. Avalanche is out. The stun control in return. Spirit Fest. All the damage. Mage. He'll be saved by the snowball. And on the back foot, Crystallize goes to work on Pexu. Kezu's here as well, though. You need to be careful. The bar time comes out. He's going to try and move away.
Needs to get out instantly now.
Should be fine. No, they found him again. Silence, Nullifier, goodbye, Mr. Void. Double Thunder God's Wrath does nothing.
Actually,
well, I guess to kill the mage.
Yeah, that's not nothing. They're going to get the top Raxes as well, it seems.
Hello, Mr. Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, the bottom Raxes as well are falling to creeps. So they did get something away out of that whole fight. They don't have a buyback on Void, and that's kind of dangerous, but I don't think the Dragon Knight is going to commit to his buyback. So if you are Na'Vi, yeah, it could have been better, but I think you're satisfied with this as well.
It could have been 10 times worse, yeah.
Yeah, you force the Weaver to buy back, which is fine. If you do get him in the next fight with the Chrono, that's going to be awesome for you, and you will even be able to end this game. So pretty good so far.
And that's the thing, the Weaver is the important aspect of these fights. If you can eliminate him, you can win this game.
So far they've been doing such a good job catching him out. I mean, in this fight, it wasn't only the Void. Yeah, the Void identified where the Weaver is. He jumped on him, he used the Chrono, it was perfect, but Tuskar was coming close. He tried to snowball the Weaver, but Disruptor, Soneko, on point with his ultimate there, catches Weaver, like he plants the Static Storm
down,
in such a way that half of it is on the Weaver in the Chrono and half of it is on the Tuskar from outside, so he can't do anything. It's just perfect execution by Na'Vi so far.
They need to back off here. There's no way they approach high ground. 20 seconds till Void is up. Of course, he will have that Chrono again.
This Nimbus, though, a bit too early here, but all right.
Doesn't matter.
Just so they don't jump them, I suppose.
I think the big thing to highlight is Blizzy's caught up.
Yeah, Blizzy is doing so much damage in these fights as well. He's actually helping versus Abaddon because of the Silver Edge a lot as well. Kezu has a Hex now, so if they do manage to catch out the Void, and if they deal with the Lincolns...
They've caught up Exit, toss in the air. Wimmercase protecting him a lot. Folic Shield's there, but Spirit Vessel on top of him, he's going to go down.
Oh, the Glimmer.
Oh, Glimpse. They found a target, but Kezu blinks away just in time.
Yeah, quite a good Blink Dagger timing there.
He's been pretty on point. He did get very unlucky in that fight in the mid lane because the Glimpse came out pitch perfect timing from Disruptor to drag him back. But other than that, Kezu's been pretty on point with his blinks.
If they see this Arcane Rune on the bottom lane, maybe they give it to Void, he takes it, they go in. Even Zeus. Yeah, Zeus bottles it, yeah. That's probably better. He can spam out all of his spells a lot more.
Crystallize needs to be getting that Chrono and Weaver again. And it seems as a result that Na'Vi may be reluctant to do anything a little bit too hefty, a little bit too rushed.
They do have a DD on Blizzy and an Arcane Rune on Zeus, so you are in a really good position right now. But you still need to void the Weaver. You need a void to Chrono the Weaver.
Blizzy could dangle himself here with the DD. He does
dangle?
Too much damage.
He's gonna dangle your Raxes, it seems.
There we go. A lot of damage done. He can keep knocking on your door. He's not feeling too friend. Hex is going to come out, trying to move forward here to force stuff away that Ice Shards don't connect. Oh, jump in. Chrono, they go again. They found the Weaver. They're going to get him low. Is it enough? Yes, it is. He's dead. No buyback. Stack Storm's going to come out. Moving on maybe next time. It's huge. They can't do anything. They're feral. They're going to lose the Dragon Knight as well. Kezu getting low. Maybe next time going to die to Nimbus. He's going to use Stonewall in the meantime. He needs to move away. The buyback comes out with Mage, but he has no other Dragon Form to work with. And then stun up Crystallize. Is it going to be enough? Is it? No. He's going to be able to move away the Time Warp. Mage with the BKB is just full on defensive in the end. And Kezu, so close to death. He's going to live. Gets the Phonic Shield out just in time so the track won't kill him with the Shuriken toss. And Pexu's hunting. This is very greedy. He needs to be careful. He will fine. They do back off. They're happy with that. They force...
I think he's actually lucky that he didn't find anyone.
Oh no, the double Nimbus. Maybe next time. He doesn't have a snowball target. He's dead.
Kezu moves in, tries to take a few hits.
They can just go back, though. He bought back.
Yeah, 100 seconds without the Tusk. 70 seconds without the Weaver. What's stopping them? They can definitely go in.
They heard us. They went, wait, you're right. They don't have buybacks. Let's go again. Crystallize doesn't have a Chrono for 60 seconds, but he doesn't need it now.
This is looking really grim for Team Lithium.
BKB is coming off cooldown 2 seconds. Gonna move forward. Kezu needs to be careful as Blizzy's on the hunt. The Nimbus is there. The Avalanche, the toss. He has to actually use the borrowed time already. And now he can't stand in front line. Mage's just going to slow him down a bit, but there's a glimpse. The Static Storm back. They found him. Kezu's just going to evaporate here.
No buyback.
And that looks deciding here. How does Dragon Knight hold this?
He has no ulti. Even if he wants to, he can't.
Nope, they go and they knock on your buildings. The Glyph's finally going to come out, but what difference does it make at this point? They don't need to leave anytime soon. 36 until the Weaver's up. The Kinetic Field on the Pexu. The Nimbus down. They might just go and kill him. But instead, they focus building. Spirit Vessel, they say, support. You clean this up alongside Arc, and they will do so. Blizzy steals the final punch.
Yeah, this isn't looking great for Lithium.
They'll just go finish. They don't have to wait around. They got Chrono when the Weaver's up.
It should be GG.
The futile efforts to pick up the gem there. They're going to snipe the Courier. Oh, no, I can't get the final hit.
Well, Mage is still going to try. He has the BKB, so I suppose he's waiting for Weaver, and then he's going to jump in.
One last hurrah. They have to do it.
But I believe there is Chrono again, right?
There is. Crystallize has it. He's at the ready. Jumps in. The Chrono. He gets it. But they glimpse the Weaver out. They're going to work a Mage down to half HP. It should be enough to kill him off. They'll get it. BKB up, he's going to go for the additional kill on the Pexu, who did buy back. He's done, and GG comes out as Na'Vi. It was much closer than they would have liked with that second game going the way of Team Lithium, but in the end, they win the best of 3.
Those Chronos, man, those Chronos.
I mean, what can you say about that? That was
perfect.
Intense, actually. In fairness, yes, Na'Vi won, but Lithium put up one hell of a fight.
It was a really interesting game. The way that Na'Vi adapted to the snowball push in a way in which they were constantly out pushing the sidelines. The Disruptor was using his ulti, Static Storm, not something that you see very often. He was using the Static Storm on the creeps to outpush, to always be in advantage when it comes to, like, even if he dies, he doesn't really care. He used the ulti, that's all that matters. The Bounty Hunter, he struggled to find those levels. Remember, minute 13, 14, he was still level 4. That's definitely not great.
We were worried at that point. We were like, okay, this is not looking good.
They were playing that delaying game, right? They were delaying, and then suddenly, bam.
The Void. You got a Void. He exists.
Yeah, the Void. He has items. He has the BKB, Mask of Madness. He made some crucial pickoffs early on, definitely, to slow down this game. And the Zeus was definitely a hero that was so good at defending the high ground. Yeah, the Dragonite did well versus him on the mid lane, but he struggled pushing against him onto the high ground. And later on, the Aghanims on the Disruptor plus the Chrono from the Void were always on point. They just executed so well that, yeah, Lithium didn't have a chance.
Yep, in the end, it really was about that Void. We said the later it goes, the worse it is off the side of Lithium. They were on the clock. And, I mean, I've got to give credit to Na'Vi for the defenses.
Definitely.
But there was clear dents in the armor that Lithium were reluctant to exploit, I'd say.
Exactly. I have to agree with you there. A few times when they could have pushed or when they could have went for that Roshan, right, they didn't. And those mistakes, they paid dearly.
Well, as a result of that, Na'Vi will go through and we get the big drama match. It's going to be Na'Vi versus Secret.
Dondo and Puppy versus Na'Vi.
That's a big one. But that won't be happening. I don't think it happens tomorrow. It should be the next day. And I believe we're going to be covering that.
Really?
I can check. Let me just pull the schedule up. Because I'm pretty certain.
Pull that schedule up, please.
I will.
Check it out.
Let me just draw in on this.
Are we there?
Where we got. Give me a sec. Calm down. Calm down. All right. The schedule says, let me have a look. We are, yes. Yes, we do.
Nice.
We got Na'Vi versus Secret.
That's actually going to be very interesting.
That's intense. But there's still more action to do. We're getting ahead of ourselves. There's still one more best of 3 to come. So we're going to go do a short break. We need to, you know, hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate.
Practice our speaking skills.
Borjomi water. Yeah, I kind of realized that we aren't really understandable towards the end there. Perhaps we need to rehydrate, as you said.
Давай.
Давай.
So, we'll be back in a few minutes. It should be about a few minutes. Stay tuned, guys.